Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. So the power, everything is resumed. Everything is good, Srilata.
Everything is back to normal.
That's not a very good sign either. Back to normal means the corruption, everything is back to normal. Efficiency, corruption, everything is back to normal. Hopefully
Yes,
not.
yes.
Namaste, Kumar.
Namaste, Akka. Okay, let's start with 3 ohms. Just take a deep breath. Prabhatam, Namaste, Namo Namaha, depending on where you are. So, I think Una is not here yet. Okay, that's fine. He was not well, so let me share the screen. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I think we left at Sutra 44, correct?
So you have to start with 45.
Yeah, let's start 45. Okay, that's where we left. So, earlier sutras, I think we started at 340 or 41 last week. Not very sure where we started last week. Maybe 39.
Yeah, 39, I think. 39.
Right? Okay. That's where I think we started. So this This is the sutra in which he says that once our chitta that is locked in our body becomes weak, the body in the body becoming weak, then you have the ability to transfer into the chitta of another body. This is where we spoke about Adi Shankara's experience of having an outer body. His chitta, he was able to transfer himself to the dead body of a king. Didn't we discuss this last week? I think we discussed it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You sent
So
a
how we
video.
got into the dead body of the king, so that he can get answers answers which only a grahastha will know. A sannyasi will not know that answer, because this question was asked in the debate between Madana Mishra, his wife, what Bharati, Udaya Bharati. And Udaya Bharati asked this question because Adi Sankara has already, after 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks, he has already defeated Madana Mishra in the debate. And then his wife takes over. And she says that you have to defeat me also because I'm wife. So then she asked this question. I hope all of you have watched that video which I sent. That story which very nicely, morally narrates. So if you have not, please at the end of after the class gets over, you can watch it at your convenience. It gives everything. It tells you the nice, the full aspect of that story. So these kinds of siddhis one can get by, you can get into the chitta of the other person. You can enter the body of the other person. So that is what we saw. And then we said, then it's the next siddhi he talked about was, if once you conquer the udana energy. The udana energy is the energy that connects us with the unmanifest divine, that which flows from through the Sushumna Nadi, through the top of the head, to the Sahasrara chakra, through the antenna, and all that. That energy, udana energy, udana vayu, they say, right? So that energy which flows once you conquer, meaning what is this victory? Only when you fully connect with the divine, only then that victory happens. So once you fully connect with the unmanifest divine, then you get siddhis like walking on top of water. In places where there is water, too much of water, you can walk over the water. And walking over swamps, the quicksand, etc., thorns. So even in places where it is very hot, one can walk over it without getting affected. So we also said that Jesus Christ had this siddhi of walking over water. There are instances in the Bible. There are parables also. So we discussed that, and then we discussed about the samana vayu. Samana jayat praj balanam. Balanam means heat. So prajvalanam is that radiance. So we spoke about this radiance. By conquering samana energy, one shines as the brilliance, as the radiance. The radiance is so very good. And the radiance can be even used because it comes through the eyes. It can be even used to start a fire. That kind of a radiance can be there. Because that control of that energy happens. So he says that samana vayu is the energy coming with the eyes. So here he is also giving, in the notes you can see, apana is the vayu which controls all the circulatory motion, the circulation, the circulatory system. So this is the one which lets the blood flow from the top of the head to the foot and back and all that. And Udana we already discussed. And Vyana spreads in all parts of the body. All this, muscular thing is prana, is Vyana. Vyana Vayu is for action of all the muscles, etc. And the prana vayu is the main thing which stimulates the heart. That's what we saw here. Prana stimulates the heart, and it is the one that flows through the spine. The Mukhya Prana Nadi is inside in the spine. That's how it flows. 42. So we saw that by Samyama on the relationship between hearing and space comes that spiritual divine hearing. We already seen earlier that one has, in the earlier sutra we said you get enhanced hearing and seeing and all that. All these things come from that samyama on a relationship between hearing and space, this divine hearing. The next 43rd sutra is talking about how one can become light like cotton wool and fly away. So that kind of an ability, that kind of a siddhi one can get by doing a samyama on the relationship between body and space, akash, and then one becomes so light as cotton wool, and then you can travel through space. In Sutra 44, he says, unimaginable expansion outside the body into a great embodied being. The veil or covering of our internal light wears away. The veil or the Purusha, right? That transmitter receiver, which is doing everything to connect to the divine. So so that light, and we are calling it as light because that's what happens when we also call this Murdana point as light. So this is what happens when that all the covering, when you say covering, this is the kleshas and karmas, when all that fall off. So that's what he's saying. All these kleshas and karmas, akalpita means unimaginable, unidentified vrittis, expressions or thought or visualization, all that he says becomes, all these are taken out and they become a big body outside, not inside us. That means we have got rid of all those things. When we get rid of all this huge amount of kleshas and karmas, everything comes out and they are in the outside. So they won't come back to us. So that's what he's saying. So when that happens, when it comes outside and it is outside of us, then the light is fully shining. The divine light or Purusha or whatever you want to call it is fully shining. That doesn't mean everybody is going to see the light from your heart outside. It means that full energy is here, everything has fallen off, and now the connectivity is very, very strong. That's what it means. So on to the new sutra. Oh, I thought we finished. Okay, this is the sutra where we start. Stula Swarupa Sukshma Anvaya Artatva Artatva Sanyamat Bhuta Jaya. Stula Swarupa Sukshma Anvaya Artatva Sanyamat Bhuta Jaya. Stula, we know, Stula Sharira, we know that it is a physical body, physical or material. Stula means. Swarupa. Swarupa. Rupa is form, self-rupa. Swa, self-form. Sukshma, we know it is subtle. Anvaya, association or associating. Artatva, in meaning. So all put together, Stula Swarupa, Sukshma Anvaya, Artatva Sanyama, means by doing a samyama on the meaning of the association between the subtle and physical form, that is Sukshma Sarira and Stula Sarira, Bhuta Jayaha, conquers the matter or the material world. So, in summary, he says by samyama, on the meaning of the association between the subtle and physical form, one conquers all the elements of nature. Because once we conquer our physical body, because the physical body is matter, right? Is part of this universe. It is created matter. It is bhuta. That is why in Tamil we say bhuta udal. When the chitta leaves the body, when the person dies, we call it bhuta udal. Bhuta udal, meaning udal means body in Tamil. So bhuta, that is the created matter alone is there. So by samyama on the meaning of the association between the subtle and the physical form, one conquers all the elements of nature. So this is where we have to, you will understand with how we understand this is, all of you have, I sent this video long back on, what's his name? Sant
Sant Jnaneshwar.
Sant Jnaneshwar, thank you. Sant Jnaneshwar of Alandi, near Pune. We all went to that place about maybe 7 or 8 years back, or even prior to 5, 6 years back.
No,
myself.
almost.
Hmm?
I think must be around 8, 9 years.
8, 9 years, okay. So myself, my sister, Shobna, we were in Bombay. So Shobna, her husband, her son, all of us went on a short trip, 2-3 days trip. So we went to Alandi. So here, many years back, there was a person by name Sant Jnaneshwar. This is the movie that I sent. There were 3 children, and the parents die very early. So 2 boys and a girl. And Sant Jnaneshwar, from a very young age, he had this very special abilities. He could focus for a long time. From a very young age, we are talking about 6, 7 years old at the time. So he develops very great powers of concentration, focus, dhyana, and all that. And also because of that, he gets various kinds of siddhis. But he doesn't demonstrate all those things to anybody. So, but he will quietly come and sit on a culvert on the side of the road. And many people will come to him. He will talk to them, and then they will go away. He will counsel them. So the people of that village thought very highly of him. Once in a while, there was another person from a neighboring village who will come into this main street of this village. And when he comes, there will be a lot of noise because the other Siddha will come sitting on a tiger. So people will get scared and they will all run helter-skelter. So there will be big noise. So once Sant Jnaneshwar was sitting on this culvert and he heard this noise, and then he heard this man, this Siddha, from a distance yelling, and coming. He normally will come with a group of people who will all be, singing his praise and all that. There'll be a lot of noise, and at this time he was asking, where is Sant Jnaneshwar? I've heard so much about him. Where is he? Has he run away? Something like that he will ask. Then people will say, no, he's sitting there. Oh, he's sitting on that culvert. And this man will be sitting on the tiger. And so this is all he can do, sitting on the culvert. That's all, something like that he will say in a very proud fashion. At that time, Sant Jnaneshwar, what he will do? He will lift himself up with the culvert, not just him. With the culvert, he will lift himself up, move in air, and come and plonk himself right next to this man on the tiger. So this Siddha on the tiger will be amazed, because he could control only a living thing. He's sitting on the tiger, which is a living thing. He could, with his powers of Siddhi, he could control the tiger. But now he sees another Siddha who can control non-living things also. So he says, you are a very great person, and then he does namaskaram and all that, and he leaves, and then he never comes back to that village. So this is an incident which happened, I don't remember the time, epoch in which it happened, maybe 200, 300, 400 years back. We can look at it in the book. The temple is right on the bank of a river in a place called Alandi, which is about an hour's drive or so from Pune, or an hour and a half drive from Pune. There is a nice temple, and right next to the temple is the Samadhi there is a memorial, not Samadhi. Let me call it a memorial for Sant Jnaneshwar. If you go to that place, if you visit Pune or some place nearby, go to that place and read before you go. And then when you go there, read everything which is inscribed on the walls and whatever, so that you get to know more in detail. So that's what we saw in Sutra 45. That is what is all about in Sutra 45. So Sutra 46, I will send all these things to you. I have not sent these sutras. I will send all these things to you. Tataha, any questions on that sutra? All these things are, all these things are siddhis. Okay. Tataha anima adi pradurbhava kaya sampat tat dharman abhigatah or dharma anabhigatah cha. So let us see what this all means. Tataha anima adi pradurbhava kaya sampat tat dharma anabhigatah cha. So he has already put it down here. Abhigata means destroy or kill. So anyway, let us see. From what? From the earlier things, from the ability to become, from that being able to connect to the divine, from the control of Udhana Vayu, and all these other things by Samyama on association between mass, form, between space and physical body, Sukshma Sarira, and the physical body. When you have all that, from that, anima, ability to become very small. Adi, etc. The meaning Adi, we have seen this word Adi many times. Adi means etc. Such other abilities referring to such powers as these are the Ashta Siddhis: Mahima, Lahima, Garima, Prapti, Prakhamya, Prakamya, Ishatva, and Vashitva. So these are the Ashta Siddhis: Anima, Mahima, Laghima, Garima, Prapti, Prakamya, Ishtva, and Vashitva. Ishtva and Vashitva. So Pradurbhava is abilities that arise or get created or manifestation. See, we saw earlier too, Pradurbhava, where something that arises, right? I hope you remember this. When we started saying from Dharana, when we become, how do we become fully focused on Dharana, and how we move to Dhyana, is that Pradurbhava, when you are trying to come to a new kind of a discipline, the chitta is opposing that because it doesn't like it, because it's not used to that. So, but you are trying to force the chitta to focus on something, a mantra or whatever. So when you tightly do something, there is some leak. So in that earlier case, we saw the leak was, what was the leak? The leak was some chitta is coming out. I mean, some chitta vrittis are still coming out. And when you lock that also, that's what we saw. A new kind of program arises. And that program is the one, as you keep doing this abhyas after some time, as you go and sit in the same place at the same time, that program clicks in and it calms down the chitta vrittis. That's what we saw. So here what arises is the abilities arise. All these other abilities arise because now the chitta is all silent, and we have the ability to connect to the divine. The Udana energy is very strong. So when such a thing is there, what is arising out of that is all these special abilities. So anima means by, let us see, there should be a footnote here. Let's go to the footnote. Maybe it is here. Here. Anima. One becomes small as an atom. Lagima, being very light. Lagima. Lagu, right? Lagu means easy, light. Mahima, very, very big. Garima is very, very heavy. I think it's probably missed here. Prapti is the ability to reach anywhere. You think about it and you will reach there. Prakamya is achieve all kinds of desires. All desires are achieved. Ishtva is ability to create anything. Like how Siddhas, they just suddenly bring out a Vigraha or a Vibhuti or Kumkum. I'm talking about real Siddhas. So they can create anything. They can bring sweets. Anything that is needed, they can do that. Vashitva is the ability to control everything. Ability to control everything. Six of them. 7 of them here. Oh, here he is. He has given. Garima. Oh, that is 6 of them there. I thought there were 8. Lagima, Mahima, Prapti, Prakhamya, Ishtva, Vashitva. Yes, there are 6. And then includes Garima, which is very, very heavy, which we know. And Vyasa notes the 8th as the ability to walk anywhere. The ability to walk anywhere, which we already seen, right? Earlier sutra, we saw how one can walk on water and all. So the ability to walk anywhere. Any questions on this? Any questions? Okay, let's go. Okay. The next sutra. Oh, we
What
didn't
is the
look at-
meaning of Kaya Sampat? Kaya.
Yeah, I went and explained all the. We did not go through the rest of the words. So let us look at. So Kaya is the physical body. Sampat we know. Sampat is wealth or treasure. So Kaya Sampat is great abilities of the physical body. See, all these great abilities, the 8 siddhis that he has talked about, that is the great abilities of the physical body. That dharma, properties or nature, dharman is of dharma, of properties of nature. Abhigatah is kills, destroys. Anabhigatah means does not kill or destroy. So let us, in summary, he says, from that arises the ability to become minutely small and such their abilities and great abilities of the physical body that do not violate, that is what that anabhigata is, that does not violate or destroy or kill the properties of nature. So the person who has that kind of siddhis, who gets those kinds of siddhis, he will be very dharmic. He will not do anything to do anything against
Destructive.
nature. And he will not do anything adharmic. So he will not sit and create vigrahas so that money, people give him money or bring gold and make him rich or make his ashram rich. Those kinds of things he will not do. That's the meaning of this. So when people do that kind of things, there is a tremendous um, violation of that's a tremendous violation of dharma, and there is a big fee they find that they will pay, whether in this birth or in the next birth. Any questions? Let's move on to the next sutra. Rupa Lavanya Bhala Vajra Sahanatvani Sahanatvani Kaya Sampat. Rupa Lavanya Bhala Vajra Sahanatvani Kaya Sampat. So let's see this sutra. Rupa Lavanya. Rupa we know form. Lavanya is graceful. So graceful form. A form which is full of grace. Bala. Balam. Strength. Vajra Sahana Natvani. Vajra Sahana Natvani. So Sahana Natvani means to withstand. Vajra is thunderbolt, lightning. So Vajra Sahana Natvani means to withstand a thunderbolt. Kaya Sampat, again the same meaning, that ability, bodily wealth or perfection, treasure in the physical body. So bodily perfections, bodily wealth. What kind of bodily wealth? Graceful form and strength to withstand even a thunderbolt. That kind of a siddhi one might get when one conquers the Udhanavayu. With me? That even when you're walking on the street and lightning strikes you, nothing will happen to you. The person who has that kind of a siddhi. Okay? Grahana Swarupa Asmita Anvaya Artha Arthavatva Sanyamat Indriya Jaya. Grahana Swarupa Asmita Anvaya Arthatva. Actually, that is, Arthatva Sanyamat Indriya Jaya. So, Grahana, Grahana, we have seen this many times. That is grabbing, grasping what has been obtained or grasped or understood. Swarupa, self form, one's true self. Asmita, self sense of an observer. Anvaya, association, correlation, associating, all that. Arthatva, Arthavatva is in meaning, purpose of. Grahana Swarupa, Asmita Anvaya, Arthavatva, Samyamat. By Samyama, on the meaning of the association between the understanding of one's true self and self sense of an observer, what does one get? One gets complete control of the Indriyas. Indriya conquers the Indriyas, all the five senses. So this is a sutra that is relating to Pratyahara. With me, people? This is relating to Pratyahara. We saw Pratyahara earlier. We saw how Pratyahara is controlling of the senses. So here he is saying that, let us see the summary, what he says in summary here. That will be more clear. By Samyama, on the meaning of the association between the understanding of one's true self and self-sense of an observer, one conquers all sense faculties. So the understanding of one's true self and self-sense of an observer. So you become an observer all the time. Never get affected by what X is saying, Y is saying. You are not affected. Anybody can say anything. You are not affected by. You will respond suitably. That's all. You won't react. That is what is being an observer. And understanding of one's true self, that you are not this physical body. You are much higher than that. Even if you are 20 years old, right now, let us say, if I'm only 20 years old or 25 years old and physically very able and all that, I still understand that I have come into the body only temporarily. I'm here only on a temporary basis, meaning I have gone through many births. So, literally speaking, I may be thousands of years old in the chitta with which I have been coming back again and again, maybe over thousands of years old. So that kind of an understanding. So that's what he's saying. By these kinds of understanding, one gets that control of the sense faculties. So let me also see here if I have anything in my notes. Complete mastery over the sense organs. How do we get that? To grasp the physical form and associate it with me, the asmita, as the experiencer. When the physical form, we are able to associate the physical form with me as the observer and looking into the inner meaning of that through the samyama process. That way we get the full control of all the sense organs. So this is a sutra on Pratyahara. Okay. No one is talking, so I'm assuming everybody is understanding. So we'll go on to the next sutra. Tato mano javitvam vikarana bhavaha pradhana jayaha cha. Tato mano javitvam vikarana bhavaha pradhana jayaha cha. So tato, from that, from the earlier thing, where we have control over the senses. Pratyahara. We saw the sutra on Pratyahara, earlier sutra from that. From the control of the senses. Manojavitvam. Movement with the speed of the mind. The mind moves at the speed of light, correct?
Right.
Yeah. It is so fast. That's why the thoughts go here and there and it's jumping. Manojavitvam. Movement with the speed of the mind. Vikarana bhavaha. The perception of being beyond the instrument. Karana. Karana is instrument. Vikarana means Visesha Karana. That is this body. Vikarana bhavaha, the perception of being beyond the instrument, implies ability to function without the sense organs. Okay, the perception of being beyond Vikarana, Visesha Karana. So that feeling that I am not just this body, that bhavaha is ability to function without the sense organs. Pradhana is chief. Pradhana mantri, right? All that. Jayaha, conquer, cha also, and all those. So in summary, thus the perception beyond the instrument, beyond this instrument, the organ, allows one to move at the speed of the mind and conquer the chief also. Chief is who?
Chitta.
Who is the chief? Hmm?
Vrittis.
Huh? What?
Is it the Vrittis?
Siddha Vrittis. We will see. He has got a note there. Let us see what he says. So according to Vyasa, this Pradhana Jaya refers to Prakriti Vikara Vashitvam, or control of the different aspects of Prakriti. What does that mean? So, Prakriti, who launched Prakriti? Ishvara launched Prakriti, correct?
Yes.
So what is the job of Prakriti? To create various things. Prakriti is the one who has created the universe, everything, correct?
Yes.
And meaning everything has come out of Prakriti. So everything has, so she has to, because we are calling Prakriti as divine godmother, she has launched everything with the Chitta, correct?
Yes.
So Prakriti, through that cosmic Chitta, Vasudeva, has launched various Chittas. Everything is a Chitta, correct, in this universe? Everything. Is there anything without a Chitta?
No.
No. Including the tiniest sand particle as Chitta. It doesn't have a Chetana. That's a different thing. So all living things have chitta and chetana.
Chetana.
So everything comes from Prakriti. All the created matter is from Prakriti. So this Prakriti Vikara Vashitvam. Vashitvam is you are able to control or control the different aspects of Prakriti. That is, this is what Vyasa is referring to as chief. You have control over the chief, meaning you have that kind of power as Prakriti. You understand?
So the chief is the Prakriti.
Hmm?
The chief is the Prakriti.
The chief is the Prakriti, yes. Here in this sutra, uh, P49, I think. Yeah. Pradhana, chief, yes. And conquer and control the chief. I mean, meaning you get that kind of an ability. Okay. So
Like what Prakriti can do. That
yes,
kind.
that kind of ability. So these are all very high abilities. So where there is every chance of it getting misused. That is why it won't come to everyone. Why it should be given? Only the divine knows. We don't know. It is needed for the cosmic flow, so it is given. Is this understood? Shall we move on to the next sutra?
Yes.
Somebody said something. Sutra 50. Sattva Purusha Anyata Ka Khyati Matrasya Sarvabhava Adishtatritvam Sarva Jnanatritvam Cha. So let us see. Sattva Purusha Anyata Khyati Matrasya Sarva Bhava Adishtatritvam Sarva Jnatritvam Cha. So let us see what it means. Sattva Purusha Anya Kyati Matrasya. Yes, put everything together because we know who is Sattva Purusha?
Unmanifest divine.
Unmanifest divine. And we also have a piece of that in us. The Purusha we have inside us, correct?
Yes.
All of us. That is that light that we are talking about. That Purusha is that light. Sattva Purusha Anyata Kyati Matrasya. So, knowing particularly that the Sattva Purusha is another, Anyata is another, right? Anya,
Different.
Anya is different from us. Knowing particularly that the Sattva Purusha is another entity or a different entity. Knowing fully that. Knowing and understanding that completely, that one can, what does it mean? It means the unmanifest divine cannot be put in a form, correct? Yes?
Yes.
It cannot be limited. it is unlimited. Understanding that completely and fully. When that happens, Sarva Bhava, Sarva is all, Bhava is orientation or thought or whatever, intent, state, all those. Adhishtatritvam. Adhishtatritvam means control of lordship, etc. Similarly, Sarva Jnanatritvam. Sarva Jnanatritvam. Sarva Jnatritvam. Sarva Jnatritvam. So Jnana comes from Jnana. Jnana, Sarva Jnanatritvam means knowing everything. So let's see the summary. So by knowing particularly that Sattva Purusha is another entity, is completely different. That's why we have put him in zone A. Right? In that PPT. That's why we have put him in zone A. By knowing this and understanding this fully, completely, with no shred of doubt, one gets control over every orientation and knows everything. That's what it means. Every orientation means you can do anything. That's the previous sutra where he said you can get the power of Prakriti. Correct? Means that is the level of purity that you have. So where you can do anything you think of, it is going to happen. It can happen. It will happen. With me? Any question on this? Okay. So let's move on. Tat vairagyat api dosha bija kshaye kaivalyam. Tat vairagyat api dosha bija kshaye kaivalyam. Most of these words we have seen. Tat, we know that, or towards that. Vairagyat, we know, is a sense of detachment. Api also, or indeed. Dosha, we know it is impurity or error. All that is dosha. In this case, impurity. Bija is seed or source. Kshaye is to wear off or wane. Kaivalyam is freedom in isolation or liberation. So let us see the summary. Because of detachment towards that, the ability to control everything, also having own of the sources of impurities, also having one of the sources of impurities, that is dosha bija, is kaivalyam. Okay, how do we understand this? Especially the first part, because of detachment towards that. So that he starts with that. So that you have to go back to the that means that if you go, you have to go to the previous sutra. In the previous sutra, he says by knowing particularly the Sattva Purusha is another entity, you get control over everything, every orientation, and you know everything, right? So now he says, because of detachment towards that, you have the ability to control everything, you know everything, but still you are detached. You are not owning it. You don't become proud that I have all these abilities. So I will, that arrogance. because of the detachment from that arrogance. From when you say detached, there is no arrogance, right? There is no arrogance, there is no pride, none of that. It is there, you know, it is there. And whenever there is a need, because of the cosmic flow, when there is a need, you will do it. It is not even you doing it, you will be a tool to make it happen. That's all. That will be the bhava. It won't be that I did it. So because of the detachment toward that ability to control everything, that comes from the previous sutra. Even also having on off, that also has on off all the dosha bija, or even that dosha has on off, is kaivalyam. So liberation from everything. That is complete liberation, where that full understanding, complete understanding of you do not control anything. Everything comes from there. I act according to that. With me, people?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That is
Yes.
kaivalyam. Not doing anything because of conviction, not doing anything because of beliefs. When the unmanifest divine directs, you will do it, because unmanifest divine has given these siddhis. Okay. Let us see if we can. It's already 7 o'clock. Thought I would finish everything today. Okay. It's okay. We will finish the other 3-4 sutras next week. Let me see what is the next sutra. There is the next section. Okay, let us do this. Let us do this sutra. Kshana tat kramayoho sanyamat vivekajam jnanam. Jnanam. Kshana kshana tat kramayoho sanyamat vivekajam jnanam. Kshana is moment, we know. Krama, we know. Krama is sequence or order. I've said this many times. Kaha kramaha, the teacher will say, whose turn is it? Turn, sequence, next, all that. So tat is that. So moments, and that's what he said. Kshana tat kramayoho, moments and their sequence. Sanyama, by doing samyama. Vivek, discriminative intellect. Jam is born of taking birth. Jnanam, knowledge or awareness. So he's saying by doing samyama on single moments and their sequence over time comes discriminative knowledge. So this is another kind of samyama that he's talking about. That by doing samyama on single moments, one particular moment you take and their sequence over a period of time, one gets completely discriminated. This is what Dr. Rajan will do when there is some, when you say that I have a pain in shoulder, then he will take that and he will do how it was 2 years back, how it was 5 years back, how it was 10 years back, how it was 15 years back. That's kind of a thing here. So you get complete discriminate. So it is like an X-ray that he is doing from today all the way to what it was when it was really good, or a scan that he is doing. So he starts doing that and he will know where exactly that pain started. So he'll say, oh, did anything happen to you in that particular year? Because he will tell you the time period. Somewhere in the 2015 or 2012, did anything happen? Then you will think about it and say, oh yeah, at that time I had a fall. I fell down somewhere. And I had pain for about 4 or 5 days. And then you'll say, okay, that is the start of the problem. With me?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I have written
Yes.
any notes here. Some on single moments and I don't have. I mean, I only have the same thing here. Okay. So we'll stop here, or you want to go for 10 minutes and we have another 4 sutras. We are at 53. Oh, we didn't do 52. Oh, I jumped.
Yeah, you skipped 52.
Oh, I jumped. Okay. Stani Upanimantrane mantrane Stani Upanimantrane Sangha Smayakaranam Punar Nishtha Prasangat Stani Upanimantrane Sangha Smayakaranam Punarnishtha Prasangat. Okay. So this Punarnishtha, together it is Punarnishtha, or if you see the Devanagari script, you can see that it is Punaha Anishta. Whichever way, if you split it, it is Punaha Nishta. That is the grammar there. Stani, place or place of where the one is, or entity in high position, a position of power. Upani Mantrani, by close special invitation. Sangha, this is the Sangha, right? What we are right now is in a Sangha, association, contact with. Smyakaranam, what makes one full of wonderment or pride. Punaha, Punaha is again. Punarmilamaha we say. Punaha. Punaha vadatu means say it again, please repeat. Vadatu means speak. Punaha vadatu means repeat. Again. Please say it again. Anishta, undesirable. Prasangat, associates, brings in contact with. Okay. So what does it say? In association with special invitation from an entity in high position, the instrument of pride can raise the possibility of establishing another unwanted association by losing the freedom in isolation. In association with special invitation, so let me see what I have written in my notes. I think I have something here which may be interesting. So, because of all these siddhis and all that, when a person is invited to occupy a position of high power, high position, because people that speak about all the siddhis and the intelligence and all that I have. So, feeling a sense of pride with the high position that has been offered to me, because I have all these extraordinary abilities that common people don't have. When that pride comes, what happens is punaha. Punaha is repeater again, correct? Again, what comes? Unwanted association. We get into unwanted associations. So we may get into unwanted associations with other people and start doing stupid things. So let us also see. There was there 33. Vyasa suggests, maybe it is this place is that of a pleasurable world where the devas inhabit and is beyond old age and death, that everything pleasurable that one wants is available. He specifically states this is beyond the boundaries of the first 7 of the 8 parts of yoga. He notes that this is in the 4th stage of high achievement. First, to be in a state when this is there in your notes also, when I'm just reading it out. First, to be in a state when one can stay in dhyana without interrupting thoughts. Second, when one develops prajna. Third, when one understands the sense of duty in dharma. Fourth, when one understands everything. The movement here can cause opposite reaction in the chitta, as noted. Anyway, we don't have to go deep into this. So this is what, in summary, this is what his the meaning is when one has all these special abilities and they are invited to higher position, and the moment they have this feeling, oh, I am something special, and because of the high power, it is possible when that pride comes in, they will go back to this punaha again, anishta, undesirable elements where associates will come into contact, and that's how the fall will start. With me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So it's already 7:10. So we will start at Sutra 54, 52 and 53 we have covered. So we will start at Sutra 54 next week. Okay? 54, 55, 56. Only 3 sutras, and then we will branch off to chapter, this
Yeah.
one, on chapter 4. Yes. Any questions? See, these things he is giving here, all this sutra on 52, 53, and earlier also, because he says with special abilities, one will be tempted to do this, to fall off from that high state of dharma and start doing stupid things. So he is warning, he's giving warning, because when one is approaching towards the state of samadhi, these special abilities start coming. And one has to be very, 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 very careful that this is just a gift, or not get carried away. How people, very beautiful women and very handsome men, they think that it is a gift from above, correct? This is the gift.
Yes,
of the
sir.
physical body with certain features, very beautiful features, very pleasing to the eye. But these people, what happens? Because they think they are special, in that arrogance and pride, they start becoming promiscuous, engage in all kinds of um, promiscuous activities, sexual activities. Hmm. That's what we saw. That's what we see in the film world.
Mm.
Hmm. Not only in film world, many places where there is beauty. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying
Mm.
it's a temptation. When that understanding is not there, the temptation will be there. When the temptation is there, it's very easy to fall in the trap. Okay. Any other questions?
Yes.
Let's stop this share. So on that note, no questions? Anyone, any question? Otherwise,
Yes.
I'll sign off. Namaste, everyone. I'll see you next Sunday, 6 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Please revise the sutras. And we'll start in Sutra 54. So 3 sutras to cover, 54, 55, 56. And then we move on to chapter 4. In chapter 4, no abhyasa. You can all be very happy. The sadhana pada, these two are, although it is called vibhuti pada, there is sadhanas also here earlier, first part of it. And all this, the rest of the things are all based on sanyama, which is once again sadhana, right?
Mhm.
So in the 4th chapter, there is no sadhana. It is only about creation, what will happen to us at death and all that.
Oh.
Kumar, last week video hasn't come yet. 24th
Last week.
December.
Oh, it hasn't come? Okay. I will ask
Yes,
her.
sir. Mhm.
So wishing you all a very happy new year.
Thank you.
Same to
And
you. The same.
please,
Same to
please
you.
make a vow in the new year, you will read the sutras every day.
Wish you happy new year, sir. Thank you for your time and everything. Definitely
you.
we'll try to read the sutras. Not every day, but I'll try to read. Namaskar, sir. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
service to the community.
At least
Thank
read
you.
one
Namaste.
sutra a day. Madhavi,
Sure, Akka. Sure,
at least
Akka.
read
Sure,
one sutra a day.
sure. Sure. Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year.
Thank you,
Happy New
Meena.
Year.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
To all.
Namaste, Kumar. Thank you.
Thank
Namaste.
you. Thank you. You all of you know Meena is my younger sister, right? Madhavi.
Oh. Once you told me, sir. Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
Once I told you, twice you called her.
Yes. We
Once
spoke.
I called because one of my childhood friend also Meena Lochini and her name is also Tamilian. So I want to make sure she is the same person. But we talked. She came to US
Yeah.
that time. I talked to her.
Please talk Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, okay, sir.
Unless
Sure.
all of you leave, I cannot leave.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.